right. So it says we're streaming. I don't know if we are or not. I can't really tell. I gotta set this. Hang on one second. Gotta set the properties of that. I do not want to monitor you. I should be able to still. You should still be able to hear me. I just won't be able to hear it as well, which is fine. So, how's everybody doing? I think I might have the mic situation worked out, and I think I might have the music situation worked out. But I'm gonna go ahead and broadcast for a little bit. As you can see, I'm like, I forgot my necklace there. No hat, no glasses, no DJ. This is just boring me. So if you see like DJ Funky stuff, Sean seems stuck, Blue Effects artists, anything like that. If you see the psychedelic like light and stuff in there, and I can see the glasses and the hat, I'm probably DJing. The glasses help me a lot because, as you can see, my eyes are kind of expressive and move around, and I don't like that. I don't like people seeing like where I'm looking at necessarily because sometimes it looks kind of stupid. You know, like right now I'm not looking at you, but with the glasses on, it looks like I'm looking straight at the camera, but I can be looking down like this because I don't like making necessarily like a ton of eye contact and stuff. I don't mind it, but it's just kind of weird, you know, for me to do it. It just is, I don't know. It's just weird. Like I said, I've said it before. I might be mildly autistic, or you know, on the top of like the Asperger's spectrum or something like that. I don't really like to look at people a whole lot. I don't mind. I love talking to people, and I like talking about stuff. But I'll often position myself in a. I looked at it's like they consider it a defensive pose, to like cross your arms and to look away and to not necessarily stare at people. I don't have any problem. Like I mean, I'm not lying, so I'll look into people's eyes, no problem, and just sit there and say, hey, you know, tell my story. But then after a while, it feels uncomfortable staring. And these are the windows to the soul. And if you actually saw how to look through that window correctly, every person on earth is absolutely fucking gorgeous. There are some people that are pretty dog shit souls. You know what I mean? I'll admit that. But even in there, there's that spark of God, which is gorgeous, which I think explains like how narcissists. Let me explain. God is everything, which means that God would be God. He would probably try to purge himself of anything he didn't like. But that even if I took all the stuff I don't like about me and put it in another place to destroy while I further evaluate me, what I don't and do and don't like about me, and then keep adding all these attributes to this person over here while I clean myself out, that person's going to be filthy and disgusting, but that's still fucking me. It's all the gross shit I don't like about me, but that's still fucking me. It may not have all the knowledge, but that's still, if I cut a cancer out of my body, that's my fucking cancer. My body grew that shit. My body made that. My body made the lung cancer. My body made the brain tumor. You know what I mean? That's my brain tumor. He didn't give it to you? Did he? That's mine. So, that's mine. Even if we cut it out and put it in a jar, I can take it home. Literally, they'll let you take your appendix, some wisdom teeth and shit. You can put them in a jar and take that shit home with you if you want. Sometimes they'll let you take it. Other times the person who fucking took it out might be like, yeah, no, there's a rule against it. There's a rule against that. You can't take it with you. Why? Because I need it. I'm building something. How fucking scary would that be? Your doctor's actually pulling a Frankenstein. You have no fucking clue. Another thing I didn't like in the psychotropic light with the my mom got me a Ring camera and it does like the white light, but it also does the multicolors, and so that's really good when it's dark back here. But it puts a shadow so you can't see me, which I'm like, you know, I try to stand here, which makes the volume. You hear the volume. This is a direct mic. You have to be on it like this. It's designed to be spoken into like this. Now, condenser mics are better for. I mean, I can still address this one like this way, but still. It doesn't feel, it feels more natural to be away from the dick-shaped object pointing at my mouth. It's more natural to be away from that. I need to make a... I'm not going there. I'm not going to do it. I almost did it. But I'm not going to. They already have one shaped like an ear. Those ASMR microphones. Oh, Lord, if they had one shaped like that, I would just be talking to it all the... Hi, I miss you. I love you. Why won't you come talk to me too? It's so lonely without you here. I know you like that. Instead, I got this phallic shaped thing. What were the guys who invented the microphone? What were they doing? Because it didn't always come this shape, did it? It used to be. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I may have to do the rest of this shit this way. Hang on. Where are you at? Oh, you're gonna make me look like shit now, aren't you? Of course you are. I had you here this whole time. Right here on the floor. Who moved my shit? I had my garbage all organized, and somebody unorganized my garbage. Son of a bitch. Motherfucker. Okay, well, maybe it's in here. I doubt I put it away. Nope, of course not. Fuck! It's my favorite ridiculous mic because it makes me feel like Bob Barker. Because he's got that long, skinny mic, and I saw it. Okay, I had a. This is just talking. Who gives a shit? I was on Shop Goodwill. I go to Shop Goodwill pretty often to look for their deals and stuff, what they have, and often there's some really good stuff. What I hate is that there are. Oh my God, I can't show you. I guess I can. Hang on. So I got that picture, and at the bottom it says Oz Francisco, I believe, or Frank. I don't know. I remember looking it up, and that's actually I think it's a print. I don't think it's an original, but it's a print, and even the prints are expensive. I got that at Goodwill. I just saw it, and I was like, that's fucking beautiful. It's so simple and but so good. You know, it's like someone who was in a wanted someone who could easily have drawn that entire cityscape like with accuracy. Wanted to sketch it out real fast, and then they sketched it out real fast, like they were going by on a train or something. You know what I mean? And they just took that image and then turned that into a painting that looks that fucking cool. And it's just like it's really impressive. I was watching a video the other day. It's talking about how that needs to be like broken down to like an AI and simulation theory and things like that. Because it goes pretty deep. So as far as that picture goes, in that same vein, at Shop Goodwill, they had about that size or bigger. Are you guys familiar with Seinfeld? Are you familiar with the episode The Art of Seduction with George in the underwear on the couch that Kramer takes a picture of and Elaine gets her nipple exposed? Oh my God, it's such a great episode. If you haven't seen it, go check that shit out. It is streaming. It is streaming. You can check it out. Like probably during your free trial or whatever. If you don't have the service, go watch the one with Even Steven, and go watch the one with the timeless art of seduction. So it's a full, huge George Costanza in his underwear on the couch, and at the bottom it says the timeless art of seduction. It's beautiful. It's glorious. I mean, it is fucking glorious. And I put my bid on it for like $15 or whatever. And the thing was at like, like $3 or $4. And it had like, several days to go. And fuck. It was here in Traverse. Well, I'm not in Traverse, but that wouldn't be a far drive. It would not be a far drive at all. And so as far as like shipping it for like another $10, $20, fuck that. I get on the bus and hop over there, pick it up. Fuck you guys on the bus. There's not a lot of people on the bus anyway. So I guarantee if I would bring like this big kind of poster picture in a frame, because it had a frame, it was so gorgeous. Oh my God. I already had the spot picked out in my living room. So right as you walk in the door, one of the first things you fucking see is George Costanza in his fucking underwear on the couch just chilling out, man. It's so great. And then in the last hour, I get a notification saying that you're still the highest bidder. Because someone took it from like, when I put my bid on it, it took it up to like $5, $6, whatever. Someone tried to take it to like 9, I had like 15. And I guess they kept on trying to put it like, 9. Well, how about 10? How about 11? How about 12? And they got to like 16. And of course, in like the last 5 to 6 seconds, they won at the cheapest. It's like 1501, Bob. And he won. and he won on the last. You see what my eyes do like this and why I wear my glasses? Because I fucking freaking, whoa, you know what I mean? Because I get very emotive with him. He won. Dude, I put my bid in for like $15 like 6 days ago, and this asshole comes in and goes 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm running out of time. 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, okay. 16, yes, okay. Whew, 5 seconds. I almost lost that one. Call them snipers. Fuck snipers. Fuck those fucking snipers on eBay and all that shit who just sit there and watch. Fuck you. If I ever ran an auction site, I would allow like bids to come in up until 24 hours. No, I would give you up until like about 10 hours before the auction. And after that, you just can't bid on it, man. It ends that sniper problem real quick. Someone's been watching for 6 days when it went up and put in their bid. More than likely you saw and watched and said, I'm going to wait till the day of, and then when it gets like about 15 minutes, I'm going to get this bitch as cheap. First off, as a business transaction, that eBay, you ought to be ashamed. That's the least amount of money you can possibly fucking get. It should go to the highest bidder. And I get the 1501 beats 15, but 50, a bird in the hand. Do you know what I mean? A bird in the hand. So you're guaranteed your $15. And so you're like, well, 1501, that's just an extra penny times 5 million transactions of sales. That's, 5 million extra pennies. Dude, greed on that level is what destroys everything. Greed. Do you understand that? It's the selflessness that causes the world to be able to continue to spin around. When someone walks up to you and like, fuck, I know I had $5, and you know you have $5 and you don't pass them by. You need 5? Like, yeah. And you give them 5 and just keep going. You don't stop for the thing. Don't worry about it, because you know, even Steven style, someone's going to take care of you. Someone's going to hook you up, man. Someone's going to do the same thing for you. The same way if you're walking down the street right now, if someone pulls up and asks you if you want to ride, you can't trust that. Can you imagine there was a day you could trust that? Hey, man, you need a ride? And there was nothing to it. There was nothing problematic at all. And then some fucking freaks got involved. I watched a video today where they're saying this is not very Black Flag of Black Flag. Because, in Black Flag concerts, people get up on stage and party with with Henry Rollins and all these other fucking people, you know what I mean? I think I'm off kilter a little bit. Let me see if I can move this. Damn it. See, I notice small little shit like that. Not that anybody else does it, but I just noticed that there was like a black line on the outside. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not in this frame. I know the picture's big enough because I can see some outline going off the screen. I can still see it on the bottom. Is it all the way to the top? No. There. What about that? Is that going all the way to the side? That's going all the way to the side. Yeah, that's going all the way to the side. Okay, cool. Now we're cool. All right, now that's fixed and set for future times. And I can still do music even when I'm doing these, which I plan on doing some later on. I'm going to be doing some Troth music. I want to promote Troth a bit because we have an old album. You can go get the stuff from Reverb Nation. It's free. You can listen to it there. Our new album, I don't know. I'm going to talk to Chris Chin and see if he can't get me in touch with Ian James and see if maybe Troth could be on Blue Effects, because I really like that. The reason I did Dumb from Girdma is because I'm just kind of sick of Girdma. It is all me. I'd like to have more guest people. There's a lot of reverb on this. It may not be coming across as well as it is coming in my ear. My ears have coming in my ears. Jesus Christ, what kind of fucking pervert am I? So it's coming across through the headphones into my ears with a whole lot of reverb. Hopefully it's just coming to you guys with just a little bit. And and hopefully it's loud too, because it's been very quiet. I apologize I'm working the bugs out. This is like my second or third day of having the program. Those last 2 videos I did, the first one I did was the first day I had the program. The second one was like on the eve of the one DJ Funky stuff. The first one was Girdma's Live. And that was where I did the music is all loud as shit, but you can't hear anything I'm saying, so I really apologize about that. But I may redo it, I would like a proper CD release party. CD listening party. I keep saying released, dude. That thing was released like a year and a half ago. Crap. It's trying to put out some more music. Crap. And I'm working on Dumb. And what Dumb is, as you can see, I play the instruments. I've got a drum set over here, which is weird because I'm pointing the other direction in the window. But over here is my drum set by the window, so I can look outside at and the squirrels are merry, and so I can do all that over there, and then just jump up and hop over here, and then play I can pick up a bass on the way if I want to lay the bass drum. I got a guitar over here. I got a guitar over here. I got good acoustics back there. I've got mics aplenty. I've got this mic set up here, which moves into the studio, into the bathroom back there. Okay. God damn it. Every story I have has a fucking set of stories. Okay, so then I've got another condenser mic over there, which one of these, you know what? Let me see about, because I hate this thing being right in my face. And a condenser mic would work a lot better. Oh, the old bones are creaking. Ah, that's what happens when you turn like 48. Jeez, did you hear that? You probably thought that was the microphone moving. That was my elbow. Wow, my old. I am an old man. My young days are behind me, but my best days are ahead, because I'll be dead. You know how old you are when you're excited about it. Eventually, I'll be done with this shit. Okay, that one didn't work any better. This one actually works a bit better. Hey, that ain't too bad. How about that? It's out of my face. Because I don't like it being right in my face. I don't mind getting up to it. See, now it just doesn't feel right because I'm like going like a... Hi. I don't like it. Let's move this shit down. At least he's a little bit shorter than me, if anything, you know? I don't know what's wrong with me, and I don't even care. That's what's the problem. The problem is that I don't care anymore. I know there's something wrong. No one that acts like this. No sane people that I know. Okay, unless I'm sane and everyone else is crazy. Because people just walk, hello, how are you? No, we don't yell on the bus. We don't get into political arguments on the bus, no. Poor guy. Let's straighten that out for you, pal. Let's just get that worked out. Because, I mean, this is kind of sad. Like, he just like, what am I going to do? All right, so I forgot to put my good going out thing today. Shows how much of a fuck I give. I just noticed that in the window. So, oh no, I gotta go cover that up, don't I? I have flaws in my body. I get going out because, like right now when I'm talking, you really don't see it. But if I start smiling, which I usually don't smile a lot. But since I got that fixed, I don't almost have a great smile. But compared to what I had growing up, I mean, these two teeth right here, the canines are up here. These two teeth are fucking crazy. This one was fucking nuts, and this one was all fucked up. And then I got braces, and it straightened shit out a bit. But I got recruited by the Army. Well, kind of. They were trying to recruit me, and they said that they couldn't. He's all fucked up too. Let's try and get that. I don't know why it bothers me. I'm telling you, I think I got something mentally wrong, and it won't go right. Because he doesn't perform right. He doesn't do like a mirror does. You know what I mean? He does the opposite of a mirror. I don't like it. See, like if I go that way, that's not the direction I'm going, guy. I'm sure it is if you look at me this way. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind, that you're looking at me this way. But I'm looking at the screen, so it looks like I'm looking at a mirror. But he's doing different shit. It's fucking me up. He's not chiral, you know what I mean? He should be chiral. Like you should lay us over top of each other, and we don't match. You know, it should be a mirror image. I'm sure there's a way they could flip just to, you know what I mean? Because our eyes do it. So why couldn't a camera do it? A camera could totally do it. And that would probably change the AI's perception. It probably isn't viewing itself correctly because we don't view ourselves correctly. If you ever notice in a lot of these videos, when you're watching, for some reason, you're like, is he left-handed? If they're playing guitar, and then you look at their shirt and it says, you know, the words are written backwards, and you're like, oh, okay, it's just we're fucked up. Why haven't we worked that out? Our eyes have, but they can't figure it out on a flip camera. You can flip over from the front camera to the back camera. Imagine you have eyes in the back of your head, but they can't adjust to what they're seeing correctly. So you're still trying to see it like you're walking forward. You know how fucked you start trying to walk this way when you want to go that way and you start walking this way. God damn it. You know what I mean? Because your eyes don't flip to your back eyes. Okay, everything's backwards, and so your mentality doesn't flip with it. But if they were your eyes, they would flip naturally. But because it's a camera that's not your eyes, it doesn't do that. And so everything comes up backwards. Instead of ambulance, it's I don't know how you say ambulance backwards. Someone please play that back and tell me what the fuck I said if I did say ambulance backwards, because if so, fucking kudos to me. Kudos to God for being like, yeah, for making my face that stupid. Shit. But, that's why I didn't go out to eat. I don't drink coffee when I'm. So maybe when I put some trough on, I'll go put them on, because it can be jarring to see. I know when the tooth first broke, I was like, it's not that big of a deal. No one really gonna notice anything like that. And so like my mom came over and I just like, hey, how's it going? I really wasn't smiling. I was like, hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah. And she's like, what happened to your tooth? And I'm like, God damn it, I didn't even make a smile or anything like that. I was just like, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? What happened to your tooth? I'm like, oh shit, okay, yeah. But I rocked it for a while, for like 3 years, man. I didn't even care. I just walked, and that's why I don't care right now. It's just normal to not have it there. See, he doesn't do right. I tell him to do shit, and I tell him to point over to over. God damn it! You see that? I tell him to point over there, and he points over the direction. So I wanted to point over. Okay, let me think. Yeah, there. It's so fucking weird. Okay, I'd have to be like back. Yeah, if I was backwards, it'd make sense. If I was these basically the eyes in my back of my head. Well, no, there's eyes in the front of my head. I need eyes in the back of my head. Someday I'll get sane, if I'm not lucky. Anyways, I wander, and who cares, you know? This is my show. I do what I want to do, and I say what I want to say. I'm not the Addams Family, but, pretty close. I don't know. This world is insane. So, okay. I was thinking about this morning. Because I was making like a mad cackle. I told you my laugh has been getting more, if you watch these, my laugh has been getting more Joker-esque. As I get older, it's getting more and more fucked up. And the worst part is it was disturbing at first, and now I'm starting to enjoy it. It's really bad. It's getting really bad because it's getting more and more maniacal. I think it's just something that happens to you as you get older, because you just stop giving a shit, as time gets closer to your own death. Because when you're born, you're going to die. That's the only guarantee you're ever given. You're not given that you're going to be rich, that your family's going to love you, that you're ever going to get married. But you're going to die. If you're born, you're going to die. If you didn't know that, I'm sorry for bumming out, ruining the ending for you. Any of those people out there partying like, no, this will never. Dude, you have no idea how fast you are worried. Especially the harder you party, how fast you are burning up that time with a lot of shit you probably won't even remember. But the ones you do will make it so worth it. But then you turn around and you look and you're like me and you're fucking 48. The thing is, I just never took this place fucking very seriously. You know what I mean? I think that's why I'm still smiling instead of being jaded by this fucking world. And trust me, it's worked me over. But rather than getting jaded about it, I turn it into funny things. But it's dark humor. But I turn it into funny things. I turn it into music. I turn it into sketches. Yeah, oh my God, I don't know. Especially being out here by myself now, I always went into like little sketches of acting out. Like when I was like, who's the first person to say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Did everybody just stop and go, the fuck did you just say, Jim? There's more than one way to skin a raccoon. No, you said cat, motherfucker. Is this a cat skin hat? I love that. I wanted raccoon skin. I don't want a fucking feline on my head. What the fuck? I can get a cat anywhere and skin him. And as you said, there's more than one way to skin it. So I could have taken fucking Fifi back home and just skinned her ass. I wanted a raccoon, motherfucker. Those bitches are vicious. Just put out a plate of food and then a knife, and you're done with Fifi. Oh, God. Oh, man, I have no idea what the fuck is wrong with me sometimes. Oh, I do. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, and I'm stoned usually. So, yeah. These aren't for anything. If you're expecting to be entertained, if you're expecting to be fucking anything like that, no. 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 I just wanted to record these for my own sake. That's why I've got chats on because I don't want to seem rude, but I might pin a chat on there that says, hey, I really don't respond to chats. And I probably will. Like, I mean, a lot of people come in and try and make it about themselves and shit like that. So I don't care people joining in. I don't mind people talking, and I will respond. But first off, all the videos are about just me walking from here to make sure the stream is working right out there in the living room. There's about a 5-second delay at least. Like what I'm saying right now, if I were to stop saying what I'm saying right now, get up and walk to the living room, it would pick up right. I would be picking up right at. If I leave right now, that's how much of a delay there is. I'm not BSing. I wish there was a camera out there so I could show you guys and then show you, like, me put on the headphones and it's like, if I leave right now, I'm like, yep, there it is. And I walk back here, and by the time I get back, yeah. So, anyways, so if you put a message up and I don't respond exactly then, it's not that I'm whatever. This isn't school. There are plenty of stupid fucking questions, and I don't respond to stupid fucking questions. I just don't. Will you kiss a guy? No, I won't. First off, I'm by myself. I've got a few guy named guitars in here. Most of them are named after chicks, but I've got a few guy named guitars in here, but I'm not kissing them, nor am I kissing a dude just to make you happy. I'm not debasing myself. This is not a matter of I'm trying to get famous. It's not a matter of I'm trying to get a show that includes everybody else inside of it. If you want to honestly participate and ask questions, I have no problem chatting in the chat box. I will talk, and especially if anything else, like I like private conversations. Not private, but like conversations. So, I mean, I might put on some music, and like if I find a question that I like in the chat, and just sit there and just talk with you for while the music plays. I'm like, hey man, we got about 5 minutes to sit here and talk. So how are you? Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. What do you do? I love meeting people. It's really cool because there's so many, even though we all lived in a generic, there was a McDonald's down the street or whatever that is, and like, oh no, I wish there was a McDonald's. We all have somewhat of a shared trauma, all put on us by America. Sorry, but that's the truth. We have a shared trauma put on us by America. Whether your trauma is brought about by the fact of your skin color, your absence of color, your presence of color, your difference of color, whether it's your accent that causes you to be like, if I were to go to Russia, I know a little bit of a few Russian terms. If I were to go to Russia, I could say some dirty stuff, but I wouldn't know a whole lot of really good things to say, and I would sound stupid as fuck trying to pronounce because they have a lot of really. Their language is different. I really like it a lot. It's more based on context. Like you would more how in this language we focus on like adjectives and verbs and all that shit. They more focus on ideas. It's really cool. It really is. It's really cool seeing how different languages are laid out. Like how Spanish, they put the descriptive after. And then sometimes there's like, a word for a young boy and there's a word for a young girl. And that's something about it. For English, we'd say a kid was in the yard. But for them, they'd be like, a little girl, a little boy. You know what I mean? And I'm sure they probably have a word for child, especially, because English is a virus, dude. It is a virus because you haven't noticed, like, I guess I don't know how much you guys watch of world news, but if you're watching world news, there's just some words that are English or American or whatever that there's no translation for because we come up with some fucked up shit, but you got to look at who we are. We have to look at who birthed us, who made us who we are. Now, they said they came over here in search of religious freedom from a king that was trying to press the church upon the people, while the people now are trying to press the church upon the people. So you guys could have stayed in fucking Europe. Oh, I get it. You don't mind the fucking. It's just mind that it's your asshole getting fucked. Gotcha. So as long as you do the fucking, it doesn't matter whose asshole. And it's never your turn. Just like with the rich back then, it was never their turn, and that's where you learned from. And that means that our people that came over here to start this place were a bunch of rowdy, rebel motherfuckers that did not want to bow down. Look at England. It's full of motherfuckers that were like, king, queen, oh well. Seriously, they even talk about how the docility and how British people will queue up when the queen died. There's a joke all the way back to when, and I don't know if it's necessarily that old. I've never read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but when Arthur Dent goes to not Zaphod's planet, the one where they smack you in the face with the fucking helmet for having an idea. That's why those guys' noses are all fucking turned up and they're very posh and they can't speak a lot of, their poetry sucks really badly. Did come on, I will dust you dust. Those guys, Vogons. I'm going to go to the Vogons. If someone thought that up there, I don't know, but thank you. Whatever brought that thought to me because I couldn't think of it. So the Vogons, they go to the Vogon planet and they're going to try and retrieve Trillian. And he's like, I got this. I know how to queue. I'm British. I know how to queue. Then Sherlock Holmes talked about it in the series Sherlock from BBC, which is fucking brilliant. I love the way that they, I think is it Mark Gatiss or Stephen Moffat, one of the two, was the guy who played Mycroft. I think they were originally going to make a series that was kind of a timepiece. Based, like take the Sherlock Holmes back to those days, and he was going to play Sherlock. But they decided to bring it to the modern era because they already have the Downton Abbey and people giving shit because there's like a Starbucks. Oh, really? You filmed a movie now? And there was some now shit in the background? Wow, they didn't have cameras back in fucking medieval time? I'm not saying Downton Abbey. I'm just saying, like, when they got into fucking about, like, there was a cup or something like that. Daenerys left a fucking cup on Game of Thrones. I didn't even notice it until some fucking prick spent so much goddamn time watching it that they noticed, oh, there's a continuity error. You know how much of a dick you have to be a continuity error fucking checker? You know how low-life scumbag piece of shit that you went to go watch a movie about a show, about a story, and the only story you walked away with was, it was pretty good, but they left a fucking cup in the background? Oh no, you mean they were human? Oh, there's a continuity. You can see clearly that when her hand was like this high, like she was going to smack him already in this shot, but when they go to the next shot, she's rearing back. She'd already reared back and was coming forward, but then you would go the other shot and she's coming forward again. Right, because Jackie Chan kicks people in the face 3 times. Right? That's a continuity error. whap, 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 whap. You know what I mean? It's the same whap, whap, whap from 4 different angles. It's continuity error. If anything, they should have done 4 screens and shown like up there was a camera 1, camera 2, and then they should have like his view of it and then Jackie's view. That's how it should have been. That would have been continuity. You got to be a miserable piece of shit to go through and scan that way. Now, if you're going through scanning to like find details, like they were showing like the Marvel MCU, Tony Stark's taking off with the Iron Man suit for the first time, and they slow it down to like a quarter of a second. And as they're doing that, it shows that Jarvis detects a pillar that he's about to hit, and it goes red, and he smashes into it. But it's only, you have to watch it slow. It's so fast. And they're those kind of fucking, like, if you're gonna give people credit for the things they did, sure. But if you're just looking for the errors, go fuck yourself. That's like watching Jimi Hendrix perform and going, he only bent half a step. On the radio, on the record, he bends it a whole step. Fuck you. Get out. You're not a critic. You're just a dick. But, yeah, so every culture has their own different thing. And yes, the whole going back to dumb and why I'm doing dumb. I know. So it's really cool. But like with that sense in mind, you can see how they could become incredible chess players because it's the context. It's not necessarily the move. Apparently, like over here, if you come over here and you say things like, you know, I want to the bathroom for now, person's going to be like, fucking idiot, it's back there. No one's going to do that in China. No one's going to do that in Russia. They're going to go, you want the bathroom? Oh, you need the bathroom back there. Or they point to like the sign, like, see the sign? Anytime you see that sign, you may not understand, but they point to the sign and they're tapping on it and they're like, this sign. Look for this sign. Whenever you're looking for a bathroom, just like here in America, if someone were to say, where for to bathroom, if you're not a dick, because you can see that they need to piss, you point to like the sign, like fast, like over there, bathroom. Thank, you know, whatever they say, gracias, you walk a fucking way real fast. But if you're right there, you just point to the sign. And like dress, woman, sign, man. Man, you. And they'll go, fuck yeah, and they go run in there and take a shit or whatever they got to do. Here, we're like, fucking idiot, learn the language. But if you go over there and you say some stuff, as long as you have the main things in there, they know exactly what you're fucking saying. And so they're like, okay, cool. And I don't know if they do the same, necessarily. There's oftentimes, like I said, with our language here in America, often we use a very context clue language. And we'd say stuff like, hey, everybody mind your P's and Q's. We got the president coming by. And everybody knows to be on your best behavior. But they don't know what P's and Q's are. From a book I read, it means mind your pints and quarts. Because it's from like in bars and drinking type, you know, whatever. Watch how much you're drinking. Watch it, you know what I mean? Watch your pints and quarts. We've got some important people coming soon. We don't want to be like, hey, boss, how are you? No, it's 4 minutes till we close. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. You're like, no, sir. Yes, sir, I have been drinking. No, sir, I'm lucid. I'm fine. I needed a snort of fucking whiskey. Just a shot. Good man. Keep working. From those days. Hey, tell you what, I'll do one with you real quick. That sounds great. I could use a break. Those days. But the meaning continued on. Sour grapes. So much stuff that we say, 2 heads are better than one, but we don't know where these things come from, why they're said, where they're spoken, aside from if it's someone recently like, you know, be the change you want to see in the world. I have a dream. You know what I mean? These things just carry on in meme-like style. And the people that I was doing, before memes became like a really big deal, which is interesting to spell Mimi, isn't it? Me. First person puts it out. Second person agrees and shares it. Me too. Me too. And that's why I stopped sharing memes. I would put quotes up all the time with stuff that I had to say, you know, like you don't know shit until you do. Because until you shit, you don't know what a shit is, do you? Because no one just comes by and shits on you. As a baby, the first time you learn what shit is when you shit on yourself. You may not have the term shit. You may have the term that this is a shitty situation. You may not have this fucking sucks. I wish someone would wipe my ass, but you know what shit is. You know what fecal matter is. And you don't know shit. It's true. You don't know shit until you do. I didn't know how to play the guitar until I did. I'm not a master at it. I'm not professional. I mean, I play music professionally with Blue Effects, but it's more of a handshake agreement. And yeah, we all dream. Everybody at Blue Effects, we all have a big dream of becoming, you know, at least doing it for a living. And that's fine. You know, you don't need to have you just need a loyal fan base to make a living. You don't have to be the best in the fucking world. You don't have to have millions of followers. You don't have to make a I was thinking if I ever did even especially after because I don't know how many people are subscribed, how many people are whatever. I don't know how many people are watching. I don't have those meters up. I have the chat up because I don't want to ignore anybody if someone has something to say. But as far as that, I don't want to be affected by that. I find myself trying to I won't say act more, but going longer than I had planned because I was just about to sign off and then someone signs in and I'm like, oh shit, I can't just bail out right as this person just signed in. So I got to be entertaining for a little bit more. I got to do something for a little bit more. And then they bail out. And usually people don't stay very long. That's fine. That's cool. Again, I'm not doing these for anybody else. I'm doing them for me. So if I'm doing them for me, shouldn't I shut off all the information from the outside world and just focus on what I'm doing? How can I say I'm doing this for me and then start responding to people that start talking? But I don't want to be a jerk. If anyone has an actual if someone has anything stupid to try and make it about themselves, I'm not paying attention to any of that shit. I'm just gonna I'll see it over there on the side and just keep going. So if you see my eyes do that, it's a good thing to wear glasses, right? Because you can't see me go over there. You just see the glasses. And then if you see me go forward and start typing, you don't know what that's about. Especially if I start playing music, you don't know what I'm doing. You have no idea. I may go find that person privately on fucking YouTube and talk to them in a private message. You have no fucking idea. You don't know what I'm doing. Again, like I said in that last video, you don't know where my eyes are. You don't know if I'm closed. I mean, there's a lot of times I'll do this kind of shit and just sit there and talk. Or I'll be listening to music and I don't even give a fuck like what I look like or what it sounds. I'm just in my own little world. So right here, I see black and I can put anything I want there, man. Anything I want. Stage, a whole audience listening to what the fuck I have to say. I can hear my own voice. I can feel the microphone. When I'm playing, I can close my eyes and play the guitar. I have no idea what people are singing and what people are saying, and I don't care. Never was. I just want to do these for me. And then I saw someone doing a video. They're like, "I'm doing these for me." Blah, 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 blah. Did you ever think that? And like, why? If you're doing that, then why are you addressing everybody? So, and while it seems like I'm doing that, I'm not. I'm addressing why I won't be commenting on chats, why I won't be commenting on anything, why you won't see me replying to anybody. Yeah, we're going 44 minutes already, and I'm just talking about shit. So the reason I started doing dumb, to bring things back to the beginning, and then we'll listen to some troth. I might just hit play and let it go. I might jump in between. But, oh yeah, I probably will, because I like to tell the stories about the songs. So, anyways, dumb. Geared Ma I've been doing from 2000. Yeah, my daughter was born in 2000, and she actually said the words Geared Ma when I handed her a bottle at night one time. And I was like, that is dope. That is a great fucking word. And then I just kind of whittled it down from Giedma to Gierdma. And she's like, maybe like 6 months, if even that old. She used to talk so much. I was like, if you do not become like a fucking talk show host or something like that, I'm going to be so pissed. Because she didn't have words. She'd be like, I don't mind that. When she asked for vitamins one time, she came in and like got me and she's like, I want la la blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know, I didn't say what the fuck. I'm like, what's a la la blah blah? And she's like, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, that doesn't clarify anything for me, little one. I love you. You're so cute, and you're like a little. And she comes like she just wants to show me. So she takes me to the living room. I mean, to the kitchen, and points in the cabinet where her Flintstone vitamins are. I'm like, oh, you want a vitamin? And she's like, yeah. Whatever the fuck he said, just give me a couple of those. I like them. They're sweet. And it immediately reminded me of like when me and my brother were little, and we have those Flintstone vitamins, and of course they taste good. And we're like, hey man, you know, it says to take one per day, but if we like eat like 2 or 3, I mean, vitamins are good for you. We're gonna be really strong. So my dad comes in, like we're on like number 3, 4. What the fuck? We're just like divvying up the pile of fucking Flintstone vitamins on the floor. Hey, one for you. Dude, you already had one. Oh, that's right. I did take 2. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. How strong do you want to be? Okay? We both, if we eat this pile, we'll both be Superman, or at least half of him. So you fly, and I'll get the X-ray vision, okay? Now, 2 for you, 2 for me. What the fuck are you doing? Becoming heroes strong enough to defeat you, old man. That's what we're doing. Now we're with the belt. Now we've got the belt, bitch. Yeah, man. So Girdma was more assisted. I can play drums, but I'm not. Especially at the time, pardon me, was not great, and I didn't have like a lot of metronomic timing or anything like that. But I could play the instrument enough to keep loose, sloppy timing. And so what I would do was use the computer to record my MIDI performance on the drum kit, and then put that out through. It would quantize it to make it sound like right on the grid, you know what I mean? And then I could just go nuts. Even though my drum, I'm double pedal drumming, I could just go. I could just draw on the extra ones. That may not be in my vocabulary, but is, and I can just go in and edit that in the MIDI information because it's recording just the performance. If you imagine a piano, and the piano makes no noise. MIDI basically records how hard you hit the note, what note you hit, and how long you hit it for. And that information can be translated to trigger samples of any kind. Saxophone, piano. If you play it on a keyboard, you can play it on a piano. You can play drums. Whatever it is, it takes that information that you hit this note at this time for this long. Then you hit like the modulation or the pitch or whatever you did. If the sound library basically separate the keyboard from the piano and the strings behind it. All the intention you play on the keyboard, if you know what you're doing. You play all that intention and everything on there, but no sound comes out, but it records everything you just did. And then instead of attaching that keyboard to a piano, you can attach it to a guitar, you can attach it to whatever, and that performance plays back through that instrument. Does that make sense? If I attach it to a drums, that same key, whatever I played on the piano, comes through the drums. Put on piano, put on a harpsichord, you put it on a fucking saxophone, you know, but when you put on drums, it's gonna sound fucking weird unless you pick the kick drum, make sense? On another key, and then you layer all those things together, and you have So that's what this drum set does. It's basically a keyboard in the shape of a drum set, and each one of the pads triggers a different note. Does that make sense? Okay. And then each one of those notes, again, you assign that. That's called a key map. You assign that, the notes that you're hitting. Like when you hit the snare, you tell the drum program to trigger the snare. When you hit a tom, the kick drum, cymbals, all that shit. And then you're done. And then it's set up. So that's what I was doing. But again, I still play with the shitty timing and everything of a guy that can't. I mean, yes, this is a great drum set. It sounds like recorded in a professional studio, and my playing is still garbage. So I spent good 6 months. I didn't even touch my guitar, my bass, nothing like that, really all that much. I mean, I did, but I just really, really worked on, like, I listened to the metronome. Different tempos, and I would just start simple. Before too long, that boop, 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 boop just lives in your brain. All you have to hear is that little click at the beginning, or a good tempo, and then you just kind of you flow in that vein. With songs like Black Sabbath, it doesn't matter because the gears change and shit, and there's tempo changes and stuff like that. But with most popular music, there's no tempo changes or grinding gears because that's not very popular. That's more people that like enjoy getting into their music. It's really weird how it all works. But dumb, I'm going back to the old way. Even my font for Girdma was a font that you can get from a pack. You know what I mean? It's just very prepackaged. Now, all the art I did draw and or melded in Photoshop. I'm still going to do that because I do want professional looking covers, but and album covers and things like that. But I will probably focus more on with Dumb. I drew the actual. I could load it in sometime. I should probably do that because I probably will be playing some Dumb. Not a ton. But as time goes on, I'm still releasing Dumb stuff, especially if Ian doesn't want to sign Dumb, which I completely understand. I mean, that's a whole another set of money into another band, and I totally get it. That's why I did it, because that way, if I'm doing Girdma, he's still going to keep promoting it, and that's just I'm not doing a lot of I'm almost paid off what they've invested into me, but it's not doing a ton of stuff, and that's fine. It's all good. I just don't want it to have to sink into, this is my idea for doing Dumb the way I'm doing it and everything like that. It's going to make me happier to do music this way. And I don't think Girdma and Dumb are the same thing. One's more sloppy and more punkish, more the way we used to do things in the 90s, man. You laid down what you laid down. You recorded what you recorded. Either you were good or you weren't. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm saying I'm going to fall into the weren't category, and that's fine. But at least it's me. I didn't have any assistance from a computer. I didn't have whatever. Now, when I'm mixing and stuff, I do use like AI. I have a couple of AI programs that will check my mix. And several times, I won't get into that. But no, I will check to compare. And okay, my bass didn't come out. The bass in my mix isn't what that is, and that's how I want my sound. So I need to go back to the fundamentals, to strip it all the fucking way back down to the very bottom. And we remix the entire fucking song. So help me. I'll remix that fucking thing from the ground up over and over and over until it cuts through the way that I want it to, especially now. I mean, I've got so much time on my hands. These hands are just dripping with fucking time, and they're just idle doing nothing. So I figured I'd start doing these. I went live, and those were fun. Those are really fun. Those are really great. I got a lot of my ideas out there about politics, about God, about religion. Well, I didn't get to do religion. I don't think I might do one on religion. But I got a lot of stuff off my chest and stuff, and I've just been feeling a lot better doing these. A lot of stuff, getting a lot of, it's not necessarily like talk therapy or anything like that. I don't think anybody's listening. It's just more like clarifying, You know what I mean? Because if you do what I'm doing right now in your home without a camera, you're insane. But if you do it on TV, which is what I mean, for everybody to watch, you're just blogging your life. You're exploring your fucking shit. And I actually thought about a book this morning that I want to do called 7 Days. And no, it's not about God. It's 7 days. It's about my opiate addiction. Through it and whatever. It starts out pretty rough, but I woke up this morning. I'm still tapering off of tramadol, and so that's the last one I got to get out of my system. And slowly but surely we replaced the serotonin inside there with Lexapro, which actually does. Paxil put on weight, but it did increase the serotonin. But I was depressed about being fucking 260 pounds. I was bummed as shit. I was bummed as shit at 230. I was miserable, man. I was fucking miserable. Like I'm 178 this morning. That's what I weighed myself. And yeah, man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good. And it's still going. No, it's 176. I'm sorry. I was 178 the other morning. I'm still losing. So yeah, it's great. It's really cool. And I'm still going down. I would like to hit 165, 170. And that's not far. That's like 6 pounds to 11 pounds. I did that in like the first 2 months. Now I imagine it'll be a slow process because I'm at that stage now. Like when you're big and you do not a whole lot of stuff because I've got heart problems, AFib. It acts up from time to time. My mom's got it and she's like 80, but mine kind of started acting up a little bit earlier than hers did. Oh well, maybe I'll check out a little bit sooner. There's nothing for me here, man. I'm 50 years old. I'm 48. I lived a lot of stuff. I did a lot of things, and I had a hell of a fucking ride, man. It's so fucking. Yeah, I have nothing but happiness looking back, man. There were some bad spots and shit, but I have a song. It goes, "Know that I, bitterness aside, I have enjoyed the ride." It's one I've never released and I never will. And there's a reason why I won't, and there's a reason why I won't talk about it. But I love that song so much, and I really dig that song a whole lot, and it's even better that none of you have ever listened to it. It's not for you. It's kind of like on my album, I think it was Highly Derivative. I was goofing around here, and at that time I was engaged to get married, and she asked me because she doesn't really like a lot of loud noises. She has some issues with the past and stuff, and so I was like, yeah, no, it's no problem. I like my headphones because obviously I could be going through the speakers right now. What was that? Something detached. Hopefully nothing important to the streaming. Is the streaming still going? Yeah, streaming's still going. So it says. Hopefully things didn't drop out. Anyways, otherwise I'm just talking to myself, which is normal. I mean, who gives a shit? It says stop streaming. It doesn't say resume streaming. Something dropped out though. I hope it wasn't my hard drive. I have a portable hard drive. External hard drive. And that's where the music is at. Let me check real quick. Sorry about this. I'll be right back, but I can't play my music without it being there. I just had to turn it off and turn it back on. So, this computer. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I was right. So let's do this. And about 5 seconds. Yeah, there we go. In about 5 seconds, I'll get a screen that pops up telling me that bag is back. I don't know why that one disconnects. Maybe I need to get a new hard drive case enclosure. But that one disconnects from time to time. Or maybe there might be like an auto sleep on it after like 3 days of inactivity or something like that. After a certain amount of time of inactivity to disconnect it for power saving. I have no idea. Okay, but see, I told you. There. No, it's closed. But I drew the way back in like '98. I drew this face, and he's got like one eye is all beaten and fucked up, the other eye is very swirly and like circling like a hypnotic type thing, and it's kind of like my face. You know what I mean? It's like I think it's a bald guy, but I'm not really good with drawing hair and stuff like that, or faces or anything like that. I'm really good at hands. I used to draw my hands in school, but so above it's got like dumb. I wrote the dumb. I designed the dumb logo like we did in the '90s. It's my own font, you know, and then I designed I drew that over the head. Back in the '90s, I had the pictures on lined paper, and like I said, one eye was beaten and swollen. The other eye was like spirally for drugs. And out of his mouth it says, "I'm dumb," but it says D-U-M-N. It just cracked me up because I mean the B is silent, so it could be a T, it could be a B, it could be a R, it could be a J. You know, I decided to make it an N because D-U-M-N. But I mean, because I don't want people dumped, dumped, dump. You know what I mean? I don't want any of that shit. Doom. The E silent. D-U-M-N is down like still dumb. The N silent, just like the B is silent. Dumb. You don't say dumba. You don't say numba. You say numb. The B is completely unnecessary. I love Wrong Path. My dude, Mr. Mark. He busts out with the on the Christian's Cosmic Corner. What's up with those silent letters, guy? They're in there. They just ain't saying nothing. They're in there. They just ain't saying nothing. Oh my God, it does seem really creepy when you start thinking about it like that. They're in there. They're just not saying nothing. Why you got a silent B in there, bro? What's up? What's he doing? Are you going to attach this letter to? Is this going to become is this evolving word? You know what I mean? If it's not just going to be dumb, butt, fuck, asshole, piece of shit, and right now we got dumb, and we got an extra letter at the end just in case we want a dumb butt, dumbo, dumb. Blah, dumb bimbo, dumb bitch, dumb bro, dumb brother, dumb. Any words, there's lots of B words out there. Bionic man. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Isn't that the question, huh? That's the question. That's the ultimate question that we've been asking probably from the time we got here. What are we doing? It was crazy as I could tell you, but the thing is, I don't have the math to prove it, so there's no way you'd listen to me. Trust me. That doesn't make any sense. As I said in a video before, with every that doesn't make any sense, there is an implied to me. If Einstein were to explain a lot of stuff, in this day and age, because of our selfishness, our own ego, and the way we think about things, to me, is the same thing as that doesn't make sense. It's dumb, it's stupid, and if you think about it, it's wrong. No, that's not the case at all. Just like not understanding silent letters. That doesn't mean that they're not there for a reason. We don't understand what they were. Maybe it was pronounced dumb. Maybe it's a shortened version of a word that came long ago, and they just to distinguish it from other things so that you know what they mean when they say dumb. They let the B in, like the letter thorn. Not even in there anymore. There's that one wavy font that used to be for a B. I know the name of it. They use it in Grand Theft Auto for Pib Wasser, but it's actually S. It's not a B. It's an S. So it's Piss Wasser. Piss Wasser. Piss water. And the S that they chose is probably a way of saying it's a beer company in Grand Theft Auto. Of course they call it Piss Water. But they can't call it. I mean, I don't know if Wasser is another way of saying water. I don't know. But Pibwasser is what they use. Because they don't say piss water. Isn't that interesting? You know what I mean? It's like so many people are so stuck on how you say things. It's about feeling. And it's not even to appease anybody besides the listener. If I say, you're a fucking smart motherfucker, you get upset. Dude, you are so ridiculously smart. It has a nicer feel. Holy fuck, dude, you are fucking brilliant, you fucking crazy motherfucker. Me personally, I like that one better. Because that has a lot more awe in it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, wow, you are really smart. You're really smart, aren't you? Unless you just got one of those kind of like, you know what I mean? Like someone recognizes it like really quickly. You know what I mean? Like, geez, you're smart. But not saying I've run into that a million times. I'm just saying this: how we feel about the way things are said affects how we accept it. If you don't feel good about yourself, any compliment you get is going to be that person's trying to make you feel better about the fact that you suck. Thanks, I appreciate it. You don't really believe it. You don't want to believe it. Especially if there's been no real proof in your life to back it up. Whatever you believe, I won't say becomes reality, but becomes your reality. That's why I had that one song at the beginning of, I wanted to call it Black Sabbath in Spanish. And so I translated it and it came out Sábado Negro. And so, which is Black Saturday. And Saturday is the Sabbath, so I'm fine with that. Black Sabbath, that's fine. But insanity is not what it used to be. It's how many can believe your reality. Insanity used to be walking around screaming like, eggs are fucking falling from the sky. Like, that needs to be in a jacket. I got zapped by lightning 7 times this morning. You need to be in a jacket. I think aliens are controlling my microwave, which that means I need to go talk to them. You need to be in a chains. You know what I mean? You need to be in somewhere that's safe for the rest of us. But if you believe something completely, objectively delusional, but there is a whole group of you, you're not insane anymore, are you? Well, then how come there's 5,000 of us and growing? We're online. We're converting people every day. Our number's up to 6,000. That's what I was going to say earlier about, like, it'd be funny, like, even if we passed 5,000, I'm not going to pay attention to that shit. But, like, come on, guys. With your help, we can hit 5,103 subscribers. That's as far as I want to take this thing. I don't want to go, okay, maybe if we hit 5,103, with your help, we could possibly make it to 5,500. I think we can do this, guys. I really think we can do this. It's getting so close now. And we're getting new subscribers every month. 1 subscriber every month. We can make it to 5,500 in 5 years with your help. Keep spreading the word. Keep putting up the flyers. I see them around town. I love it. Thank you. I've been noticing all the websites and all the things dedicated to Sean Seems Stuck and, you know, all that stuff. And my heart is swollen with the love that I feel. The flowers that I get every day is so kind of you guys. And I appreciate it. That to know that my show means so much to all of you. 5,103 people. It's a milestone. It deserves a celebration. And that's what I'm going to do. Why did I try to smoke the pipe? I've tried to smoke the pipe through the fucking thing here. I told you this is... Hey, I don't like you anymore. I told you I've gotten more Joker-esque with my laugh. I don't know if you even heard that. It's getting bad. Oh, it's getting bad. I'm getting maniacal with it, man. It's fucking crazy. But I don't care anymore. I really don't care. Like I said, on my channel, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want, and that's fine. I talked to Ian, and he told me, like, do what you do, man. You're not an employee of Blue Effects. You can do whatever you want. Because I was talking about like how I was going to try and shape the music show that I'm doing, and he was, do whatever you want. I'm like, that was really cool. I'm like, I get you, but I want to represent for at least for the Blue Effects stuff. When I'm doing a Blue Effects show, I want to represent Blue Effects in a Blue Effects suit, in a Blue Effects suit. I don't want to. It can be a Blue Effects approved suit. That's fine. But I want to be wearing a Blue Effects suit. You know what I mean? When I show up, I don't want to be like, if this is, hey, take that down. Hey, you know what I do? Oh man, what's going on? We just lost video feed. Holy shit, we just lost video feed. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get the video feed going up. I don't know. Hang on. I think I got it. Hang on. Yeah, the video feed's working. I don't know what happened. Okay, I seem stuck. I don't know what's going on here, man, but I'm going to do my best to keep on rolling. Let's listen to some Troth here real quick. Of course, leave it to me to like set up everything and get everything ready, and then like right before everything starts to close the media player, so I can't keep going like I want to do. Please, somebody save the playlist. No, no, no. Of course not. Why would it save the playlist? That would be like a good thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit more while I go ahead and pull the Troth back up again here. Troth is my band, our band, out of Michigan and Canada. It's myself and Mike Nova. We did some songs a while back that are up on Reverb Nation. You can go check those out if you want. Reverb Nation, I think it might be even Troth. I don't know. I think it's just Reverb Nation /Troth. If you go to reverbnation.com and look up Troth, you'll see us. It's one that says Troth and it's got a sun for the O. I don't know if I'll change that one also. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. I have no idea. I don't care. I'm just having fun. I really am. I'm having a lot of fun doing these, and because there's just no fucking pressure at all to do anything, really. So I know where I put those. I was trying to figure out where I stored those. I was about to freak out, but you know what? You just got to slow down. With live, you don't want to slow down because that's kind of the point. But if you just slow your thoughts and process a little bit, you'll find things a lot faster. So it wasn't that bad of a little wait, was it? No. But it's back up and running and ready to go. And this is the song that started it all. I think this is called Blocked, If Only. Yeah, Blocked, If Only. All right, so that last little bit, let me adjust this a little bit. All right, there we go. About that right there. There we go. I'm more on the screen. Cool. One glove. I can feel Michael Jackson here. I could hear the music, so I knew I had to get back here. It's fucking cold. Oh, yeah. Hey, look at there. God is great. Look at that. Just found a fucking spare glove. Ow! No, one glove. Two gloves, motherfucker. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stop saying I don't know what's wrong with me because I think that's not true. Gloves and hat make it a little bit warmer back here. I should probably put on like better socks. That's what you guys probably been seeing. I got the. Oh, are they comfortable? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they're comfortable. Are they most thickest? No, no, they're not. And if you're like, well, I'm turn the heater up, and I could, and then run up my fucking bill because it's cold as hell outside. Or I could keep, since I'm not back here all the time, and my drums are right over there. When I come back here, I can come back and play drums, and then I won't get overheated because it gets hot playing drums. I mean, your whole body, it's fucking, your legs are moving, your feet are moving, your fucking hands are moving. You're going fast as shit. You're depending on your skill. You're moving a lot of movement. And so anyone who thinks that drumming is this back there, just you don't understand the physicality that's required in there to keep a steady beat. The average person will get gassed of keeping a steady beat for 5 songs. The average person just starting out would probably get gassed, out of energy, no way to continue on, out of gas on the second or third song. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I have heart problems if I work too hard for too long. Just take it easy. That's all you gotta do. Just take it easy. Just take it. There's other ways to do it. You can just tap it really lightly for a while. You know, there's other ways to do. There's other things to do, including using. I've got a lot of stuff, percussion and things that I can do too. I got other ways to do things. I can bang it out without any stress on my body. Exercises that I do in the morning. Well, shit, I haven't done my exercise. I did my squats, but I haven't done my fucking the rest of my exercise. I gotta do my sit-ups and stuff. They're just very easy. I do them on the couch. I started at 230 pounds. My ex was saying how, like, you know, that a lot of people think that blah, 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 it's just the movement, it's not the movement. I'm like, then why is it working? Within the first month or so, I'd lost over 10 pounds. And I could see myself coming down. I was like, by the time we separated, I was down from 230 down to 200. We're closing in on 200. It's working. The reason why is not because the exercises are working, is because I used to be fit when I was little. When I was younger, I wasn't fit, but I was about the same weight, which is why I'm getting about to the same weight very quickly. My muscles just haven't been active because as soon as I got like the AFib diagnosis, I started taking it very easy on myself. You know, like probably way too easy. But I was trying to convince the doctor that there was nothing wrong with me, that I'm fine. And this motherfucker stopped. Why would you do this? I've already got panic attacks. I'm already having problems, and I'm trying to convince myself I'm okay. And he had me wear a Holter monitor. And I was like, yeah, no, dude, I don't really feel it usually throughout the day. It's only at certain times I feel it. And he's like, yeah, that's the way AFib works. Well, I mean, when I feel it, that's when the problem is, right? He's like, no, I mean, when you're in a chain, if you're in a chain that you don't, you know, whatever, for like 15 minutes, you could have a stroke and die. So you know, I mean, the Holter. Oh, what it turns out is that you're slipping in and out of AFib at night. What? Yeah, throughout the night, the Holter monitors show that you're slipping in and out of AFib at night. So I could throw a blood clot at any point in time in my sleep and fucking have a stroke in my sleep. Yeah. And I may not feel it, well, even though I'm having AFib, because I feel it when I have it. It's like it's a fluttery feeling in my chest, and I have it. And I just kind of take it easy for a little while, and it goes away. And so that's not a big deal. I just take it easy, right? He's like, no, you don't always feel AFib when you're in it. Later on, when I'm like, you know, like, what kind of fucking doctor are you, dude? Person with panic attack, you just send them out of your fucking room with now fucking complete neurosis. I'm going to have a fucking stroke anytime I feel any flutter or anything like that. I was freaking out, dude. I have to take 2 clonazepam a day at least just to sit around here without freaking the fuck out. People talk about like Ativan and everything for getting. They've done it. My doctor, when she was prescribing it first, was constantly checking my accounts, and I was wondering why, because I was always coming up clean. I was coming up good. I was coming up positive. I honestly didn't want to take them. When I'd have a panic attack, I'd take one. I thought it was for panic attacks. I didn't think it was for anything else. And then later on, she's like, well, I keep counting them because we call it alcohol in a pill. I've drunk lots of alcohol. Trust me, I've drunk my share of alcohol. This was not alcohol in a pill, dude. Fuck off. Now, does it have the same effect? I'm finding out now why, because like what it does is basically it's not like that panic goes anywhere, all that energy of weirdness and fear. Here you are on the shore walking along and this little wave is coming about and it's about to wipe your feet out, you know what I mean? And you're going to lose it. What this does is like, no, it's not, and stands you back up and pushes the wave back. And so you keep on walking. But then the new wave comes along behind it and it's like, no, you don't. And the wave just keeps getting bigger and bigger and fucking bigger. And you're just walking and it's just following behind you, waiting for you to miss a dose or two. Seriously, it really is. It's all the stuff that you've been putting off is just waiting. Just waiting for you to fucking miss a dose or two. And you're going to be freaking the fuck out, and you're not going to know why, because you've been living fine for the last 2-3 years as long as you're taking your pills, and then you're like, oh shit, I forgot to take my pill. Fucking, you look and see the time, like, oh fuck, that's why I'm fucking in. You take it, and then like the wave is it's coming down your head. Oh, reprieve, you know what I mean? The governor calls at the last fucking second, right as the first drops of water are hitting your head. It takes about 45 minutes for it to kick in, so trust me, this thing is like fucking crashing down hard on you. You can feel it. You can feel the weight, man. So, when people were talking about Chris Cornell killing himself because of Ativan, I was like, bullshit, I'm on the shit, I know. There's something else. And as a person who has attempted to check out of the hotel, California, and as Chris who succeeded, you don't leave a note in two situations. Usually you're in a pit of despair. So you want to leave a note so that there's no question as to what happened. Or you check out and you don't care if people know. Or you check out and you know that the people who know why. They know exactly why. There's no reason to write a note and bring anybody else into it, explaining your shit. But if you watch Cornell, and I've been watching him because he's one of my heroes, man. He plays guitar, he sang really well, he played guitar, he wrote some amazing, amazing songs. While Kurt was my introduction to the Seattle music scene, that's not where I stopped, and that's not where I pinnacleized anything either. Matter of fact, if anything, I pinnacleized Jane's Addiction for a while because their artistic beauty of their music was just on another level that I've yet to see another band match. Prog, metal, anything else, they just had something at those times, especially Eric Avery, Stephen Perkins, Dave Navarro, and Perry Farrell. They just had something, man. They had something. Ritual is an amazing album. Nothing Shocking is incredible. And Jane's Addiction, the very first one, was really good. I mean, there's so many fucking quotes from there that I use like in my daily life, like all the time. Like I said, leave a message, I'll call you back. Leave it by the bed. Yeah, there's just so many things that are great about those albums. I mean, I was completely obsessed with Jane's Addiction. But at that time, I was DJing at a radio station at Centenary College, KSCL. And so we'd get like college music fresh. You know what I mean? Like the newest Soundgarden, which hasn't been released yet. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I was playing Fell on Black Days as a promo for when the album came out. I had a I didn't understand the lyrics. I didn't know the lyrics necessarily, but I was playing that shit a good 2 weeks before it came out on the fucking thing. And then also on top of that, like you're supposed to not play any commercial stuff, or you're supposed to write it down so they can make sure that they pay out. Let's just say I've never really done what I'm supposed to do. I would show up just so stoned, and I'd have like a good 2 hour show, and so I'd be up there spinning, and it was once a week, I think. And so I'd go up there, and there were a lot of DJs and stuff, so I wasn't the only one. But I'd show up to relieve the next person. They have like the two CD players, they have the mixing board, and I'm familiar with all this stuff. So I came in, I'm pretty much ready. Like they showed me how to fade and crossfade. I'm like, okay, good, ready to go, ready to roll. And you're not supposed to smoke, but they had a window right there, so I would lean out the window like while songs are playing, and so I'm sitting there just smoking, and like I'm tired of like all the stuff that like the regular stuff like KOCL, blah, blah. And so I was like, I looked down, and there's like this little stream that's feeding down to like this little pond. What I mean? Because it's a really beautiful campus. Centenary campus is really beautiful. It's only like a block or two, but like a city block or two, but it's really, really nice. It's very, for, I won't say community college because people from around the world, around the world come there. And so, yeah. But and so I'm like, I was sitting there and smoking, and the song ends, I throw the cigarette out. I'm like, you're listening to KSCL, the only radio station with a window you can fish from. And that started it. You know what I mean? That just started like all the fucking the only radio station you can, you know what I mean? And I started doing like just insane stuff. Just like I'd just start recording, and I'd hit play. I mean, it was I'd go on air, totally live, like we're doing now. And, just make up just shit. It was funny. What sucked though, there was a DJ that lived in that area that worked at K-Tux, one of them, and they were going through a rescheduling because they were the big like cock rock group, and 98 Rocks was a classic rock, and Tux was the K-Tux was the kind of modern glam rock kind of station during the 80s, and then 93.1 came along, the local buzz, whatever they call it. I don't remember what the name of the station was, but 99X became 99X when Seattle hits and everything like that, and no one's really wanting to listen to cock rock anymore. So they retooled and became 99X. And then, as you can tell, it's in the 90s. And I was in college, like 95. And, I'm with my friends and stuff, whatever. But I didn't really listen to the radio while I was there because I have my own CD collection. I just don't like a lot of, like, the public opinion about music. I like music that, oh shit, you know what? We're going to do some of that because holy fuck, I got permission from Phil Merwin to fucking play some Dirt Clod Fight, dude. You guys are about to get your faces fucking pummeled. Oh shit, I love Dirt Clod Fight so much. And I sent him a link of my radio show, and I said, hey man, they changed the way, oh my God, they changed the way I look at music. I love it so much, dude. And the fact that Phil said it was cool. Fuck. Thank you, Phil. If you ever watch this, thank you for letting me do this. I'm going to add you guys right now to my fucking roster. I need to save this as yeah, there we go. Sean Seems Stuck will be the playlist. And so, yeah, if you guys have music or anything like that you want to add to my thing, what I'm doing now, like while I'm broadcasting now, I'm also got my screens up. I'm not even looking at anything that you guys are doing, which is cool about the glasses because you can't see where I'm looking, but you see where I'm looking now. I'm looking around here like that, and you guys can't see that. But I'm doing other things quite often. If you see the screen come up and like lighting, I'm usually adding music and doing other things, writing emails and juggling several things all by myself. I'll try and make sure the mic, I got to turn the mic on and off. That the shit just goes to like this kind of shit and be all fucked up and I don't want to listen anyway because you get 35, 45, 75, and then sold to the man with no feet. Almost so no, not you. Not you. I guess I couldn't I? That would be good. Let me see if it actually plays. Let me see. I really like this song. This is the one that killed him. And it's so appropriately named because I was about 93, 94, so I was probably like a junior or freshman in high school. And it was the summertime. We were working at the pool. I worked at Anderson Island. My brother worked at Corby's. There was a guy that worked with him named Jeff. And so my brother came to pick me up because we didn't work too far from each other. So he came to pick me up from work to take me home, you know. And he was like, hey, man, on the way home, you want to go stop by Jeff's building? And I thought he meant Jeff, the guy. You know what I mean? Because I think it might have been payday. So we went to the music store and got CDs like we always did on payday. And he's like, you want to go by Jeff's building? There's a band supposed to be playing tonight. And I thought he meant the guy Jeff. I thought, like, you know, Jeff plays at the Jeff that he worked with. And I had no idea this place was even fucking in Shreveport at all, man. I've been wandering around fucking soul sick and shit. Turns out I had a home the whole fucking time. I just didn't know it. I didn't know where it was or how to. I wouldn't have been able to get there anyways. You know, I had no car. I was out in fucking Blanchard, dude. Blanchard's outside of Shreveport the way I am outside of Traverse City right now. I'm always on the outside looking, you know. Which is fine. That's cool. I like it out here, man. I like being out in nowhere and nothing going on. I do. I really do. Because nobody comes by to bother me, and I don't bother anybody. I crank my music as loud as I want to in here. Do it from 11 o'clock to 11 at night. I crank my music as loud as I want to out here, and I play my drums and whatever. It's fucking great, man. I just have like a lot of time on my hands, and this is kind of fun for me. So we go to the Jeff's building. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Jeff lives here. And he's like, no, dumbass. Because, you know, I'm always a dumbass. Jeff is Jeff White, which I got to know him later on because my band actually rented the building to practice in. A lot of bands did. And as long as you get a schedule and a certain time per week, you could do it in certain hours and stuff. And you had to have your shit in and out. But this is my first time being there. And I don't remember if they'd already started or not, but I do remember that at some point in time, I think I might have been, I remember we went and smoked a joint, and I was so fucking stoned. It was like that early smoking pot. And I remember walking back to the door, and the music is just killing, dude. It's so good. It's just fucking, and the people in the front are just moshing. I mean, but no one's like hitting each other, punching. It was just, there's too much fucking energy in the room to sit still. It was fucking gorgeous to watch all these people in synchronicity just bouncing and jumping. And Dirt Clot Fight has a lot of like gear grinding, whatever. And the crowd, I felt weird because like it seemed like they knew the song. Like, is this a song that's been out? I don't fucking, what the fuck? I'm new to, and my whole brain is being blown apart, man. At like a 13, 14, you know what I mean? 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there. And I'm stoned as fuck. And I'm just starting fucking smoking weed. And so I enjoyed the show, but I remember watching everybody just moshing and just in perfect sync with the fucking band, and just standing there at the door because I mean it was packed, and just looking over it, going, I want to do that to people. Before I just want to play music, you know, I just want to play music, but I'm like, I want people to do that. That's what I want. When I fucking, you know, hit a stop, they stop. When I fucking go, they fucking go. When I change gears, they're right fucking there, and they're with it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I ever pulled it off, but I said I knew I wanted to do that. And from that point, I went out to go buy the CD. Phil and his brother Fred are twins, I believe. I could be wrong. I think they're twins. But, so I don't know which one. I think it might have been Phil, it might have been Fred. But I go, like he's in the trunk of the car. You know, it's just like a regular fucking, you know, car. It's, again, like I said, it's not as glorious thing as you think it might be, being in a band and touring. Sometimes you got a van, sometimes you got a car. Sometimes you got a car that goes along with the van. You know what I mean? Whatever. And I guess they had a bunch of CDs in the trunk. And so I walk up to who was one. They looked similar. They're both playing instruments at the front. They weren't, it wasn't. So I didn't know which one was which. But I was like, hey man, I need to get 2 CDs. And I hand him a 10 because they're $5 per CD. And he's like, okay, cool. And he hands me like the 1 CD and $5. And I'm like, And I handed back the 5. I'm like, no, I need 2 CDs. And I look at his eyes, and his eyes are as fucking red as mine are. I'm like, you're fucking that stoned, and you just performed that? Oh my God, I can barely even think right now. You completely fucked my brain. I didn't know music. I mean, other people might have learned about like gear shifting and tempo from Black Sabbath. I never really had that much experience with it at that age. You know, for me, 4/4 like pop music, it's on the radio. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't go fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, it doesn't do that shit. You know what I mean? They're nuts. And that album, like when I took it home, I just played it and played it and played it and played it and played it. I fucking love this album so much, and I could never play along with it. That was another thing that always bummed me out because I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, why do they get their songs to sound so heavy? I think they're tuned. I think they're like way back in like the 80s and shit. They were tuning their fucking 6-string. It was still a 6-string, but they're tuning it like a 7-string and have like some heavy ass strings on there. And I'll show you some stuff. But there's the one that killed him. There's a lift in there that I say to everybody all the time, and you can agree, you feel free to agree or disagree. This is my show. You can start your own show and play your own stuff and talk to fucking Dirt Claude Fight and other people that you like and start your own show. This is my show. In my show, Hunting Lesson is in the top 10 all-time albums ever. 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 Kurt had some ideas of what songs, what albums, and you probably would disagree with what songs are the best. You probably listen to me like, really? You like that? I'm like, hey, if that brought out goddamn what it did, then it did. You know? Who cares? And my brother was at the same show. I mean, he said that it didn't faze him the same way, and I don't know why. But man, this shit just killed me. So the one that killed him, like I said, is a perfect name for that because, dude, it blew my brain. It completely blew my brain. So let's go ahead and listen to that real quick. Sean Seems Stuck is a stage thing, so I can just go ahead and load that in and play that in the regular player because it wants to open up not Media Player Classic, but Media Player Modern. I don't really like Media Player Modern. Maybe I'll switch to it. I don't know. We'll see what options it has and if it. I just know Media Player Classic. I'm old, man. You know, I mean, Media Player Classic was with XP, and it's the same look as it was all the way to like Windows 7, 8. Now you want to change everything on me? Fuck off. It'd be one thing if you made it more usable, like I could play on here and stream it to my phone or stream it if I have the same, you know what I mean? It can Wi-Fi. That would be really cool. But you're not doing that, even though that is a possibility and you know it in this day and age. I don't even mind a delay because whatever I'm playing back here, wherever I'm listening to it, there won't be a delay on it, will there? If we can send it from that player to my phone's player via internet, even if I'm out and about, like if I could access it like you can with Apple, why can't you do that with Android? I get that Microsoft more than likely is probably working. You know what? I get on these tangents. Let's go ahead and listen to the one that killed him because this one fucking killed me. Okay. So that was the first of many appearances of Dirt Clawed Fight on Sean Seems Stuck. I don't know if I'm going to call it Sean Seems Stuck or DJ Funky Stuff. I don't know which one I like better. I think I might do like both. I think for like the Sean Seems Stuck, for Blue Effects, I'll do a 2-hour thing, maybe like Friday, 6 to 8. And then I'll wear like the same clothes and the same shit. Or you know, if nothing else, 6 to 8 will be there. And then from 8 to 11, Adam Signore is going to be on Mark Skin Radio. And I love Mark Skin Radio. That's how I met Chris Chin. That's how I met all the stuff. I do not want to interfere with, I mean, I know that's a choice spot. I know that is. I don't want to interfere with anything like that or take anything, whatever. But after 11 o'clock, we could just be getting started. Or should I do like an 11 o'clock? I mean, you know, anyone talking? I don't know. If I don't get any comments back, I'll decide what I want to do. It's up to me anyways, right? But if I don't get any comments back, I think I might do like a Friday night, 11 to whenever. You know what I mean? And however long that is, it's supposed to. I'll replay it because I can record it here and I'll replay it live from 6 to 8 to go into, like in case you missed last week, it'll come out live, and so you would be hearing me going. What? You know what I mean? Like we're talking about topical stuff from last week. If it's live, it'll still say live because I can record here and I can play video. So what I'll do is I'll have a certain screen before the show, and then it just goes black. The broadcast will be black for like while Adam's on his show. It doesn't ever stop. It only stops. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Or at least just like play the last show and then right at 8 o'clock, just turn that shit off. Whatever the last show was, and then just start like, okay, man, it's now 11 o'clock, and I was thinking about it, like, I mean, I've got family out west, and so that would be, if I start at 11, that would be 8 o'clock for them. So, I mean, I honestly, I think my sound is, I don't think it's a northern sound, I don't think it's a East Coast kind of sound, I think it's more of a West Coast kind of sound. I'm from California. I was born in Oakland, California, raised there until about 7. And then I transported to Shreveport, Louisiana. And while that had a lot of major effect on me, my major, who I am, is very California. And they couldn't break me into the southern stuff. They kept on like, you know, like stuff like y'all and stuff like that, and calling every beverage, every soda, every type of carbonated beverage a Coke. Dude, I was so excited when I first got down there, and the excitement went immediately to like, I'll explain it. So I got down there, and we were staying with family, and there, you know, there's like a thick country accent, but, you know, whatever, I don't give a shit. It's from the South, you know, I don't give a fuck. I've heard the Southern accent by that point in time, you know. I watched Dukes of Hazzard. Well, I'll tell you what. So anyways, I'd seen Robin Hood, the cartoon from Disney. Gee, Jehoshaphat, Jigger, put that pea shooter away before you hurt somebody. Oh, come on, Sheriff. Have a heart. How many people did I just flash back to that goddamn mole fucking or badger, whatever the fuck he was, playing Friar Tuck? Oh, come on, Sheriff. Don't take my last gold. Have a heart. He can't have a heart. You don't have one. That rabbit, that sad-ass rabbit with all the little babies. What were they trying to say there? Huh, Disney? What were you trying to say with this rabbit, this single rabbit with all these fucking babies? What are you trying to say? Huh? What are you trying to say? Answer that. You know why there's a Disney Vault? Because they got to watch that shit every fucking frame. Now released, now that it's been scoured through. The Disney Vault is like, we might have fucked up. We weren't expecting to be like in your neighborhood and in your life this long. We really thought it was going to die with Walt. We had no idea that slow motion playback was going to be a thing for you. So, Disney Vault. Certain things go in there automatically. Will never be out. Donald Duck as Hitler, he's never coming out again. The one with the red man. Okay, Let's get serious for just a second. I mean, I know that's kind of weird to shift gears that hard, but I do it all the time. Let's get serious for just a second. At that time, we were at war. Those black and white films were at war. So they needed children to believe in the war. Now, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's right. But we got to look at what was actually happening. What were they actually really that against Asian people? Asian people. Were they really? Or were they trying to gin up like they're doing now, national unity? And there's no quicker national unity than your race, right? Because it's a quick indicator. The eyes, the nose, the lips, the clothing, the skin tone. You're one of us. Even if you're black, but you have the clothing, you're one of us. You're one of the good ones. You can look at me in the hat and the gloves, the thing right here, that druggie. Real quick. Real quick. I don't care. That's what I am. I don't care. I don't hide from it. You are what you eat, which makes me tramadol. And a lot of pot brownies. I am thinking about switching over to all edible. I've got some oil to make here, either a little bit. Oh, God, we're already going on 2 hours? Fuck, I talk a lot. No wonder I'm single. Who the fuck could put up with this, man? Seriously. Who the fuck could put up with this? This is annoying as shit. And it's like all the time, dude. I always have ideas. It's always something going on in my brain. I'm either writing a novel. I've had a great idea about this. I've had an idea about reality, a thing about the fucking universe that would explain certain. I can't stop. It's been this way since I was a kid, since a little kid. I would try to explain things to people, and like people just either weren't listening, because I was like 5 and 6, and I was just correct. I was just right. I was right. And they wouldn't listen to me. So I started talking fast because they get to a little bit like, and they do that doesn't make sense. I'm like, it does, you just haven't let me finish. Because everybody wants it to be fucking like when you talk, and that little thing when I say, fish are fish. It's supposed to be that easy. I'm supposed to say something like in a quick little 128 character little bite sample. Why? You'll give other people like an entire book. There are important people that you'll give hours to let them just speak and talk, but a nobody you won't fucking listen to. That's why when I did this, I really honestly wanted to do, when I first started, if you go back and watch, I wasn't going to be doing the DJ, I wasn't going to be doing this and the thing like that. There's no telling me what'll happen with this, and I don't, like I said, I turned off who's going to be in here because I don't want to be affected by that, and I was going to turn off the chat, but that seems, in this day and age, people don't necessarily understand what the hell you're doing, and if you don't explain it within the first few seconds, they don't get it, and they don't want to get it because it doesn't make sense. Again, cutting off to me. It'll make sense. Give it a little bit. Give it a little bit. It all makes sense in the fact that I'm not making any sense at all. You can find entertainment in that. You can find solace in some of the shit that I've been through. Maybe you're like, man, I'm not that fucked up. I know I did when I was reading Sing Backwards and Weep from Mark Lanigan. I'm not that fucked up. I thought I was a piece of shit, but this is a fucking piece of shit. You know what? I'm not a good person, but I ain't that. And if you walk away from this show like, hey man, I'm fucked up in the head, but I'm not as fucked up as Sean is. Sean's fucked up. Hey man, welcome to therapy. I'll be here off and on. Just tune in. I'll be topping you up with how fucking sane you are in about fucking every week, probably. But no, it's going on 2 hours, and I've done some shit. I'm gonna play a little bit more Troth, and let's play In Too Deep and then once again, and then we're out of here. That's 4 minutes, and then 3:47, and then that's it, man. I've got some stuff to do. I got some clothes to fold. I got some things to do. I got a regular life to live, man. I'm a dude. I'm a regular person, and I'm just doing my shit. And from time to time, I feel like getting on here. And I'm going to be playing music anyways, and talking to myself. So I might as well broadcast it. So if nothing else, I can watch myself later on and just laugh at how stupid I am. I do. Well, between my books and I'm recording most of my life anyways, between my music and, writing these novels, which every like, God, what's her name? It was from the BBC Sherlock. It's normally an American. Irene Adler. I've got several things I'd like to talk to you guys about. Always Sunny and Sherlock and a couple other things that people missed. And I would like to find out if anyone else knows. Like Waitress's name from Always Sunny. I figured it out. I don't know if anyone else knows or is it a known fact. I don't know. I've been looking to see if anyone knows. And if it is, no one's talking about it. So, but I know it. I know it. I know it. If you guys already know it and whatever, then, cool. I didn't know it, but I figured it out. So, I mean, if anyone doesn't know, I'll be happy to tell you in private. I'm not going to announce that. I'm sure they wouldn't want that because it's, if it's a secret, it's a secret, and you don't want that shit to get out. And I know how to do that. I know. I'm good. Man, I respect Ian's discipline. Holy shit, Ian James over at Blue Effects. He put out an album very recently. I say very recently. It's been over the last year. One single per month. It's been a calendar, dude. And each song has been like, perfect for the month that it's in. Especially with the mood of things, the way things have been going. It's been really... There's Foreverglades. There's See How They Run. I'm on that one. He did that one I really like, Sunlight Echoes, and he let me sing on the backup on that, and that was really cool. I played that not too long ago, and yeah. But the patience, man. When I get like new stuff, I can wait long enough to fine tune it, and then I'm about to release it, and then like, okay, let me make sure, you know what I mean? Come back and objectively listen to it one last time. And then if it needs some tweaking, but often I'm too eager, and like, no, it doesn't need tweaking, I put it out because I'm just so eager. And then I listen to it on the radio or on Christian's Cosmic Corner or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I should have gone one last time through that. I was right when I was questioning it for a second. I should have done one more time through it. But there comes a time at some point in time, it's never done. It's never, when you're mixing and mastering, it's never done. You just get to a point where you're like, I just can't anymore. I gotta stop. I gotta walk away from this. It's gotta get released or it never will, And if you're one of your own worst critics, like, artists tend to be, you're happy with it at the time of release, and then like within a few days to months, that whole release thing is gone, and the motion behind it and shit is kind of gone too. And it's a drug. Don't misunderstand. It's anything that goes on in your brain that makes you happy is a drug. Anything. Runner's high. Only problem is they don't mind when you work for it. They just mind when you shortcut for it. And I don't know why. We're both going the same direction. It's just like you feel like if you climb the mountain, then it's better than if I tunnel through. You call that cheating. Just because I know how to tunnel through, and it's not hard for me to tunnel through. You had to climb. I get that. Because you didn't dare to learn what I learned, how to tunnel through. I'm sitting in a machine. Oh, fuck. We're out the other side, bro.
No, another way to get to the real other side is to climb the mountain and risk your life and die on the way.
I could have swore that's what I was doing. I didn't climb a mountain. I got really high. Sean seemed stuck. It's like he forgot what we were doing. Rebooting Sean. We were going to go ahead and play some songs, weren't we? Yeah, we're going to play some songs. Let's play some trough. Anyone out there that has independent music, I can't pay you any money, but I'm going to be doing this show and I'm going to be whatever. But I mean, if you want your music on this thing, is it anything? No, I have no idea what it is and where it's going or whatever. So, and if it got popular or whatever, I would have no fucking clue. And if when I do the Blue Effects one, I'll have no fucking clue there either. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to know. You know, I don't want to know. I really don't. I don't want to change who I am and how I perform when I'm singing along to music or whatever, when I'm in the mood or the zone. The only thing I would ask, and I'll show you real quickly when I switch over to Troth, is that if you send me a link, hope preferably be on like YouTube, and then contact me in some way so I know you're a real person. I don't want to be downloading any fucking viruses or phony fucking music or AI music or any of that bullshit. I want real independent artists. Honestly, your mix doesn't fucking matter. If you have a good video, or if you have anything video, I can play it. I can play it. You want me to show you? Let me see if I can do. I don't know why it's not playing, but it's not playing. But yeah, I've done it before in the past. I'll get it worked out. This is like the second, third time using this thing, so. But you see, I'm getting it down. But if you do contact me and whatever, and you give me some pictures and shit and your music, at least if nothing else, when I go to play your music, I can say, hey, I can make a set list. Okay, we're gonna, you know what? I feel like listening to some, some Troth. I feel like listening to some Geardman. I feel like listening to some Ian James. I feel like listening to Pariah Jones. And I have playlists, and I'll have like a folder of playlists. The playlist will have like all my different artists. You know, I'll make a special folder for that one. And then when I click you and add you into my player, which I can do very easily and quickly, as you saw, I added in Dirt Cloud 5 very quickly. Then when I go to play your stuff, I'll already have a thing on the side, so I won't be the focus on the screen. I'll shift up in the corner, anywhere, here, and then your picture will be up here, and then like where to get your music will be over here, and then like I'll probably will have like a Blue Effects thing because we are going to be Blue Effects. And I'm trying to promote Blue Effects as much as possible. The more I can get it out there, even if I get some other bands out there like Pariah Jones or Ian James or Wrong Path or Chanticleer or Shades of Moon, any of those groups, if they get some attention and whatever, that's a possible eye on my stuff too, right? So it's kind of self-motivated, but not really. I mean, one of the reasons I signed to Blue Effects is I really respect all the artists that are on there. I genuinely do. I genuinely respect all the artists on there. So when I get over to Blue Effects, I hope that I'm not chasing anybody down. I've got a radio show to do, and hopefully we'll have some people that'll be subscribing and over on Blue Effects. On my channel, this is dumb shit. Who gives a fuck? This is me. This is me being me. But on the Blue Effects, you probably will see DJ Funky stuff with the glasses and the hat. You know what I mean? And anytime you see that, tune in if you want to check out. And they'll be up for at least for a while. I don't know if they'll go down or not. It'd be pretty cool. Ian James has already agreed to do a fucking interview. Fuck yeah! I don't think he's been interviewed for Christian's Cosmic Corner, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he's been done. But we'll find out about that, won't we? I'm going to try and do mine a bit differently. He would do his, I think they were like mostly live. The ones we did were live. And I'll probably do like a pre-recorded thing, like I said with the video. And so I was like, hey, man, we had all right, I was so and so. And hey, man, I had last week, in the last week, I had a chance to speak with Ian James. And why don't we go take a look at that? And I plan on doing like a Zoom call. And then I'll record it. And then I was like, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and check out, blah, 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 blah. And then the video pop up like this. And then I'll pop back in here when it's time, when the interview's over, and that way you won't hear me talking. You'll probably see me in the smoking, or I might make it a full screen and you just see depending on where I might set myself in the middle, like that small screen, like right around here. God damn it, I hate this fucking microphone. I mean, I love the microphone. The camera is driving me nuts. So yeah, somewhere around here you see my picture, unless you don't want to see my face at all, in which case I'll just disappear. I want to do it some way where it looks like, especially if I have a picture of me with my thing where I'm kind of sitting on my own shoulder, watching. There's a little window over my shoulder as I'm talking to, you know what I mean? And it might pop back over here, I'm stupid, and I don't mind admitting it. I have stupid shit I like to do. I like really goofy shit, and I like really bad jokes. The kind that make people leave the fucking room and don't want to talk to you for a week. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. We went to a 5-star restaurant. So my mom had a birthday, and so we all go to a 5-star restaurant and stuff. It was really, really cool. Very expensive. I'm glad I wasn't paying. But, I dressed kind of nice and whatever. And my brother made it into town for it because he's out in California. He's not out here in Traverse in Michigan. So we go to the place. And it's a very pretentious place, but it's not so bad. But it kind of somewhat did remind me and my fiance of that movie, The Menu, I think it is, where the fucking guy, it was a big show on Netflix. Anyways, so there was all those different meals that were coming out, bit by bit. There's like the chicken, and first there's like this weird salad served on a log. It was fucking weird, man. I mean, 5-star restaurants, they just gotta, they gotta do weird shit. And it's like this is the log that we picked the mushrooms from. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the I care. Put it on a fucking plate. I'm hungry. I'm not fucking gnawing on. I'm not a beaver, for fuck's sake. Why? I mean, you can tell by the missing teeth because it's chewing on logs. That's what happened to my tooth. Anyways, so then eventually this Wagyu comes out, and I've never heard of Wagyu. And I'm not going to lie, this shit was good. And I'm like, while I'm sitting there like enjoying the fuck out of this Wagyu, at the same time I'm picturing like this weird endangered animal. Oh my God, and we're all just this is good. And like this endangered animal, like the cutest fucking animal ever. And so like I was asking my mom, like, what's Wagyu? And she's like, I don't know. It's really good. I'm like, yeah, it really is. But what if it's like this endangered, cute little fucking animal? And she's like, well, then it's fucking good. I love my mom. And so I come home and I'm like, I look up rarest, cutest animal. And it was this weird, adorable little like fox thing, and it's like endangered. And so I'm like, oh my God, I just found a Wagyu. This is what it is. And I sent it to her, and I'm like, and they're endangered. And she's like, I was like, they are endangered. And she's like, tastes delicious. The picture was so cute. Like, this is a Wagyu, Mom. This is what we were eating last night. And she's like, fucking delicious. Can we get any more? No, that's right, because they're endangered. So that was probably the last, 3 of them we ate last night. Shit. So, yeah. God damn it, Sean. Fucking Carl. 2:16. I said at 2 hours I was going to go ahead and play some Troth and get the fuck out of here, but then I had to talk, didn't I? So, yeah, we're going to play some Troth real quick, a couple songs, and then I'm done. I got some shit to do around here. I keep seeing things that look like shit moving in my background. I don't know if it is or not. Maybe I'm just stoned. Who cares? As long as nothing kills me, I'm fine. And even if it does kill me, what's the worst that could happen? I'll be fine. I promise. I'll be fine. Even if they kill me, I'll be fine. This one's called In Too Deep by Troth.
You don't want
All right, that was Stroth with a double whammy packy. We had at first, I already played Come See the Pity before earlier. You know what? We have some other ones, don't we? I may done lie to myself. We're at 2:26. Why don't we just go on and run past this run by Breaker 5973? We're going to go ahead and run to past 10:30 and go ahead and run on to the night and maybe rolling the big. Got many thins inside me. We're going to go ahead and get some coffee on the sex drop, and then we're going to go ahead and drop off at the next carrier fucking pigeon. He's going to take a shit on a bird, and he's going to fly himself over to the taco stand and say, hey, man, how come you pigeons hang out here? And they say, because they give away the good rice here. That's what's going to happen. Is that what we're doing today? Huh? Just let me know what we're doing today, and we'll do it. I just want to know what we're doing today. I don't know what we're doing today. You tell me. What are we doing today? The right volume helps. The right volume helps. The right volume helps. The right volume helps. All right, so if you tuned in or not, if you're watching late on a replay, either way, appreciate you. If you want to spread the word, do. If you don't, don't. I got some more that I'll probably do. I like in this broadcast setting because, one, I feel more comfortable back here in the studio. It's full screen. It's better audio quality. I've got this microphone, which is a better mic quality. It's got a bit of reverb, which makes me feel a little bit spacey and shit, which makes me, I mean, anything that I can hide away, I love. I really like it. I really like to ditch behind something that can just kind of mask, you know? I love it. That's why the classes, and like when I'm DJing, it's just great because, like I said, you can't see where my eyes are going, you can't see what I'm doing, you can't be like, I mean, you can see my mouth and shit, but on top of that, the reflection of the lights and the thing look really cool. Sometimes it looks like my eyes are like glowing and shit, you know. So I was gonna switch it on and off, like to this light. Well, I won't say like this light, but I have my. It has a switch to go between the psychedelic light and then it's a plain light. You know, and then I can go back to the regular light, like the red light, and then go back to plain light and whatever. And it has different versions of that. Like it has like that, which tends to bring out like the brown. I'm brown skin. This is more of like a natural, which you can see kind of like how my coloring is. And then this one is like more of a whitish, I believe. And it's whatever. I like the more of that kind of color because that's how I picture myself. I'm not sure. When I look in the mirror, that's what I look like. And so when I see it on the screen, I don't know what the camera captures, but when I look at the screen, that's what I feel like I look like. And I like that more than I think this is supposed to be like natural. There's not much difference, but it's got more of a golden kind of color like that. I like that better. So that's when I used to go between that one and that one, which has the psychedelic colors. If you've seen any of the DJ Funky stuff or anything like that, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I don't know if I'm going to call it Sean Seems. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it's going to be. It may not be anything. It might just be whatever. But if you see DJ Funky stuff, Sean Seems Stuck, I'm definitely DJing. I'm definitely putting on music. And now that I have, it won't just be Geared Ma. It won't just be Troth. It won't just be bands that like I've been in. You know what I mean? That's kind of the start. You gotta start somewhere. That was a start. Hopefully people will submit some music, you know, people tune in and find it funny and stupid and insane because that's what I am. And yeah, I tell my mom all the time, I'm crazy, I'm not insane. Unless you look at the world as being sanity, and I'm inside of that shit, so yeah, I'm insane. If this is sanity, which I don't believe at all, then yeah, I'm insane. Because this is insanity, man. This is the way we treat each other, the way I mean, come on. This is not what was planned. You cannot look out your window and say this is what was fucking planned. The universe planned for this. No. Similar, you know what I mean? I want to help trying to bring what this, like this right here. This isn't a bad idea. Exchanging ideas and on a platform that you can reach someone in Africa, you can reach someone in fucking Antarctica, you can you know, I mean, that's a pretty cool idea. The problem comes in when you start going, and how much are we going to charge for that? You notice that Tesla was kicked aside, even though he's going wireless, for Edison, who was backed by J.P. Morgan, who was Edison's fine with running everything through wires, becoming the inventor of the telephone, even though he didn't invent the telephone, or the light bulb, even though he didn't invent the light bulb. You know what I mean? It's just, when you start doing some research into what the greatness of all the shit we were told, none of it was great. Not all of it was bullshit, and all of it was lies. And the victor gets to write. And who's the victor usually? The guy with the most money. Right? Just being serious. The guy with the most money usually ends up winning because he can buy the best guns, he can buy the best armor, he can buy the best housing, he can buy the best whatever. They tend to win. And then if nothing else, they can buy the propaganda, the books necessary to write their version, which might be out before the actual version that comes out. That's the truth. Right? Like if Nixon had the ability to print out a bunch of books, what really happened at Watergate. But the thing is, there used to be at least a little semblance of dignity. And now it's just like, fuck that. Dignity, dude? Fuck that. We got gold in them there hills to make, and we got people to make do, go dig it. What do? You don't worry about what I do. I'm a senator, motherfucker. Watch C-SPAN if you want to know what I do. Because I tune into C-SPAN. You know what I see? Not a lot of them motherfuckers are in there, even when bills are being passed. Oh, is it boring? Oh, it's boring as shit. But in those boring minutiae sitting up there, you understand how the cogs actually work. Therefore, when people walk up and tell you shit like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, I'm like, how much C-SPAN did you watch? None? So if I have 5 hours even just 5 hours of C-SPAN, I have more information than you on how things actually work, because I watch the wheels working, moving silently, because I can't interfere with it. I have to sit there silently, kind of like how you guys are doing now. I wish you could like, chime in and like do a phone call, and you could take phone calls. That'd be really cool. It has the capability. We have the capability with Zoom chats and shit like that. We have the capability, but I was telling the guitarist in our we're at an intersection in Troth. We're at an intersection right now, because I was telling him how quality this is, and he checked it out. I was like, oh yeah, that is really good quality. I was like, it's the program is OBS. We're going through Jam Kazam, and we're able to real time jam with each other, but the quality is a bit less than this, and there is no video. So I was looking into how do people podcast, and then there's OBS. I'm like, I don't. Okay, open broadcasting. Okay, so it's a free program. I don't want to buy anything, And I'm like, oh, this is a free. This program I'm using is free. I'm Wi-Fi right now. I'm back in my studio, but I do have 400 meg down and over 12 up or something like that. So your service, what your computer's on, my computer has to be strong, because I'm running. I don't do my video editing. I do my video editing in the living room where I often broadcast from. That's where the router is. I broadcast from there, because if I bring the tablet back here, it has a hard time jumping off of that. But this is doing just fucking fine. Maybe it's a better computer, because you got to think it's a tablet. How powerful can the brain be? In this, I made sure to put a strong processor, strong RAM. It can do everything I need it to do. It has to be able to, because I'm recording music back here. I've got you see all the shit back here? I'm not fucking around. Dude, Girdma has 6 albums for free, 3 albums for pay, and then I got the album with Troth, which Mike has helped me out with that. I won't say help me. On one of my albums, there are 3 songs. That album that got me signed, and I couldn't get in touch with him because we lost touch for a little bit. He had life going on, that happens, but it's cool. Because we met up again here recently, and we're just the time off is instead of passing files back and forth and finishing other tracks, he's like, I want to write from scratch. I'm like, fuck yes, dude. That's one thing that sucks, because he didn't have in the Suffering as badass as his solo, and fuck, it's so good. I don't know if I've played it. If not, I might end out with that shit, because that is so fucking good. Oh, I already closed the player again. Yeah, because my stupid ass is supposed to stop broadcasting. I told you I talk too fucking much. I don't care. You don't have to tune in. No one has to watch all this shit. But yeah, he didn't get the input on there, where should it go, where should it do, what should we, and we didn't have a meeting of the minds on either of our on either side. We didn't have our shit worked out enough, and now we've got it worked out, and it'd be really cool to do this quality while jamming. They're like, hey man, what's going on? But we're at an intersection of technology and shit where I can stream one way in this quality. Streaming 2 ways, you can't. And I was trying to figure out a way to cross the streams. Then I remembered Ghostbusters, and I was like, we probably shouldn't fuck around with this too much. And so that's where we're at right now. Technology is about to make a huge leap with AI. I guarantee you, AI is going to figure out the throughput to get its ability to talk. Because think about it, how fast will it be able to get to us? Will affect its effectiveness. When you say Alexa, based on your previous shopping and stuff and quantum processing, it can jump through there and it's like, more milk? Yeah. Well, it's been a while since you ordered milk. I've checked your buying shopping habits, and I've already ordered you some more. Matter of fact, open the door. Amazon's delivering like a drone or something like that, or autonomous robot. That's what they see. That's what they want to happen. That's where they see it going. I see something a bit bigger. My ideas have always been, I've always been told to scale my ideas back, and I never have. I won't. I refuse. I refuse to think smaller than I think. I will think at the size I think, and the world will keep up, or you will fucking fall behind. I'm sorry. I've watched too much shit happen in my life to, I'm not, when I was young, in about 6th grade, now the equipment had been I've already looked it up. It had been out. But I was in 6th grade. There weren't any in our town, and I was thinking, with credit cards, it would be a really good idea to make gas pumps accept credit cards, so that way you can just put it in. I'm not taking credit for that. Don't get ahead of me. Whatever. And then I was like, well, one thing about the gas pump is the vending, what are you going to do about like food and stuff like that? Because people sometimes stop for them. Like, well, you have vending machines outside that take credit cards. And then the next thought came to me and goes, okay, what about the guy behind the counter whose job that was? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Well, maybe like, after like midnight, so that way they can't, like, it's harder to rob the place, I mean, something like that. That might be kind of cool. But then I know corporate America, it would only be a matter of time before that guy is just not necessary. He's redundant. And in their mechanical thinking, redundancies can't be kept. What's the point of it? Art? What's the point of it? Music? That's for the background. That's not the main course. That's to set the mood of the meal we're having before I put my penis in you. Right? That's what the whole patriarchy is all about, right? Making sure that they can put their penis in the right person, and that you can't put your penis in someone else. That you shouldn't put your penis in. It's all about that, right? And you can't put your genitals in. And that, so no, we're saying no. You're saying no to my opinion? Yeah. The thoughts in my head that I'm having? Yeah. You don't get to have those. No, I'm still thinking. No, you don't. And if you continue to talk about it, we'll make sure that you don't think about it anymore. So, freedom of expression, freedom of speech has become freedom of thought. And even that, as I said with quantum computing, all the people that were afraid of the vaccines giving you an implantable chip, first off, the technology, if you're abreast of, almost every conspiracy is based on lack of understanding how everything works. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain things conspiracies that turn out to be true. There are certain conspiracies that have not been uncovered. But they'll come too. They're going to come too. I've already found several that are kind of put a whole new spin on some of the things we've been telling people, hasn't it? Yeah, that's not what we've been saying, is it? We've been telling a lot of lies here. We've been lying a lot, and I'm kind of sick of all the lies. Anybody else a bit sick of all the fucking lies that they've been telling? Because at some point in time, the lies become their own fucking reality, don't they? And then you can choose whether to live in the real world, in their lie, or in your own lie, which is a combination of the three, while syncing up. You still know where McDonald's is. You still know where the voting station is. And that's how insane people end up with guns and hurting people. Weapons, guns, knives, shovels. You're just out there shoveling your fucking job, and all of a sudden some guy decides to fucking take your head off with a shovel. That kind of shit happens. It's fucked up, but it does happen. This is a discussion, right? I'd probably get banned for saying something like that, but that does happen because people are mentally ill. And if we can't talk about the fact that some people are mentally ill or why, we'll never fix the problem. And we'll just constantly be kicking this fucking can of we got to do something about it down the road to the next politician who's going to say, I'm going to do something about it. And then he kicks it down the can to the next guy who says, I'm going to actually do something about it this time. And they're like, finally, something's going to happen. And you know what? Left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left, right. And you walk straight into the fucking gallows. You think voting one side or the other is going to be, I'm going to use my right foot as I walk this time. You're basically skipping up the steps. And they know that you don't care because you're more interested in winning. You got to get the right combination. Left, right, left, 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 and we'll be in utopia. Hack. See, I told you. I don't have any needs anymore. Isn't this fucking bliss? Not exactly what I meant, but it works. It's nice and black here. No sound. Just my own thoughts. And I'm the only one who's right anyway, so who gives a fuck? Right? Everybody else is a bunch of dumb shits who don't know anything at all and can't add anything to your life at all. They don't have a different view of the world at all. They're just extensions of your own mind, Phaneron. You know what I mean? There's nothing besides the looking out dream and seeing all these people as backup casts in your fucking personal movie. And when you die, they all go with you, right? No. No. We wouldn't be still remembering Kurt if that were true. Because he changed a lot of shit and one of the last people that really put a stomp in the mud hole in the fucking system. It's not like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, those guys couldn't. It's just for some reason the simplicity of Nevermind resonated with everybody. I thought it resonated with them in the way that it resonated with me, but it didn't. We're at 4:40 right now, 4 o'clock. I don't know, I was about to say not 4 hours and 40 minutes, but it's 4:40 right now, which is pitch for an A. So why don't we get the fuck out of here and stop bothering people? Have a great day. Cheap Gear Guy. Be on the lookout for DJ Funky stuff for Sean Seems Stuck, because I got a lot more insanity to bring. If you think I'm done with insanity, we're going to get fucking crazy with the Cheese Whiz.